Resolution 12-02-15, which is authorizing a modification to a contract with Archaeological Investigations Northwest Incorporated for archaeological testing and monitoring services.
Mr. Board President, this is a modification to a contract that was established earlier by a competitive request for proposal. As you are aware, our projects, in this case for the Milwaukee project primarily, are managed under the National Environmental Protection Act. And one provision of that is what we call Section 106, which deals with archaeological preservation and archaeological interests. And there are certain monitoring requirements that go along with meeting those requirements over the construction period. And primarily this is, again, for underground construction or excavation work, but not just that, but also deals with historical architecture. So again, under our record of decision for the project, we're required to continue this monitoring. What this would do is actually add value to the existing contract, total of $196,000 for particular services that are noted in the resolution. The largest element of this is to monitor ground disturbing activities of private utility companies, which were not included in the original work, and it is sort of a broadened explanation of the application of Section 106. But because those utilities are being moved for the purpose of accommodating the project, we're responsible for monitoring those activities as well. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions or ask Mr. Blocher to elaborate.
Questions from the board? Seeing none? No. Go ahead, you have a question.
Yeah, I just want to follow up on that last point. Why did we not know when we originally left, or when we left the original contract, about the need to monitor the private utility activities?
I'll let the expert respond. Thank you.
Primarily, we didn't know because this is really an interpretation that comes to us from the collaboration between FTA and State Historic Preservation Office, and they work together to come up with this interpretation. Frankly, in our past projects, we haven't had this level of monitoring at all. The paradigm before was that the people doing the work would sort of keep a lookout for possible historic artifacts, and if they found them, they would call in someone to look. Not everybody has done that good a job as we have on that in past projects, so the more current state of the art is to have monitors with you at all times. We had planned on that. The addition of the private utility work was something we did not have planned, and that's the main driver for the increase in this contract.
So this is a change in basically state and federal policy, or
yes.
Maybe not policy, but at least procedure?
Interpretation. Okay. And because it's part of the NEPA Act, we must comply.
Right.
I would say that, fortunately, our budget for this work was set high enough to accommodate this latest change. We thought we had a win with the first one. It turns out not so because of this additional work, but we're still within budget.
Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions? Okay. See.